Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's scary story is about a haunted mirror that never lies. A Reddit user posted this story in the Paranormal subreddit, so let's begin. I was perhaps 12 years old at the time, and living at home with my parents and older sister. We had an antique full-length mirror in the hallway of our house. It was an ornate, beautifully crafted mirror, probably over 100 years old, with a golden, ornately carved frame. The mirror was huge, probably 6 feet tall, and at least half the width of the hallway. One day my dad came home from work early and surprised us by bringing home a small safe. He said he wanted to keep all of his valuables in it. My mom wasn't too keen on the idea of having a safe in the house, but my dad insisted, so it stayed. He put the safe in the hallway directly in front of the mirror. That night I woke up to the sound of my parents arguing. It wasn't unusual for them to argue, so I didn't pay much attention to it. However, they were arguing about something they had found in the safe. I couldn't hear what they were saying, just that they were getting angrier and angrier. Then I heard my dad scream, "What the F?" and my mom scream, "Get out," before I heard the front door slam. I got out of bed and went to my parents' room to check if everything was okay. My sister and I shared a room at the end of the hallway, directly opposite the mirror. As I got closer to the door, I could hear my dad sobbing. I opened the door and told him that mom had gone out the front door and had slammed it behind her. He looked at me with a wild look in his eyes and screamed, "She's gone," before collapsing onto the bed. I tried to comfort him, but he pushed me away and continued sobbing. He eventually calmed down and told me that he had found some compromising photos of my mom in the safe. I told him that she must have taken them and that she was probably at her parents' house. He said that she had left their house in a huff earlier that evening, but she hadn't taken any of her clothes or anything like that. We went to the mirror to check if it was unlocked, but it was locked. The strange thing was that whenever anyone used the mirror, we would lock it. Otherwise, we believed that bad spirits could enter through it. He looked at the reflection of the mirror and asked, "Did you take these?" I didn't know what he was talking about, so I just shook my head. He showed me the photos on his phone. There were photos of my mom and another man. She wasn't fully clothed. He started screaming again, asking why she would do this to him, to which I responded, "She didn't take them. Look at the date on the photo. This isn't recent." He looked at me and asked if I knew when these photos were taken. I told him I didn't. He looked back at the mirror and asked again, why did she lie to me? Before I could respond, my mom walked in. We were both shocked to see her because she had been gone for almost 2 weeks. When she looked into the mirror, she had a horrified expression on her face and asked who had been using the mirror. I told her that Dad had found those photos in the safe and confronted her about it. She then explained that those photos were taken 5 years prior to my sister and I being born. She said that she had only been seeing my dad for 6 months before they got married, and that she had never loved him. She said she was seeing someone else at the time. She then turned to me and said, "You will never love him either." I wish I could convey just how cold and evil her voice sounded. I started crying and ran to my room. My dad was furious and threw the mirror and the safe in the trash. My mom moved out the next day, and my dad never remarried. To this day, he still claims that she never loved him. And to prove it, he has the photo of her and that other man tattooed on his chest. Yeah, rightfully so. Talk about a crazy story. What would you do if you found compromising photos of your spouse? Let me know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, please leave a like. Also, be sure to check out the second channel. Thanks for watching.